That is the rattler. You can see the rattler right there. It's just a eccentric wheel that vibrates. I have a better plan, but right now I'm using this one because that is a new feature for sluice boxes. Now, when I start the trommel turning, it's full of rocks, but the rocks usually want to stick right here. Right now it's pretty well clean, but let me start the trommel. Turn it on. Now the rocks, see how they're building up right there? Let me turn it off. You see the rocks just build up right there? I turn it on, they start moving away. Turn it off, let some more build up right there. I'm about out of rocks. And I can control the speed right over here. It says 31. I know you can't read it, but I can turn it up. Maybe I'm at 35. I put 35 as the maximum, but I like to run 30. Cleared all those rocks out of there, making them move down the mat. Now, I have a kink in my mat because this mat here, this string mat here, is shallow and these are deep. But if I didn't have that shaker on there, if it wasn't rattling like that, those would be all plugged up. They'll eventually clear out. You can see this is the rocks that I left. And as they go through there, my spray bar, I don't know if you can see it very well. There's spray of water in there on them to clean them good. And as they come down, the bigger rocks will dump out. They fall on this dewatering ramp. And you see the water goes through the screen, back into the tub. Then it gets recirculated back through the tub through a syphon tube, which you can't see. It's on the other side. Let me scoot around. You can see the pump. Look how that water is dancing. Okay, here's the syphon tube. Syphon tube, it has a gate on it, so you can open the gate when the tube is filled. On the other end, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get in there. There's a filter box in there, and the lid's not closed. Okay, I'll show you that later. There's a filter box down in there. There you go. There's the filter box. That keeps debris from going in the syphon tube, which comes over and in turn gets down inside my pump. Now both of them are in cages. I've only got 15 gallons of water to work with. Now, on this side, I have a partition in this tub. See that tub? Well, there's a partition in there. That's because down in here, I got an overflow tank made out of an old wet vac. So when it fills up, it comes off the suction hose, the line where the suction hose used to go. Then the water overflows into the first chamber, and when it goes over the wall on the second chamber, right there, then it goes up the second tube. That's as low as I can get that water to go anyway. I hope you guys have seen that, but my rocks are coming out. I've gone onto a tub so I can recycle the water. Of course, I got a lot of water on the floor because I started it up without the doggone hose hooked up. That hose right there, this hose was not hooked up and I started it up. Water went everywhere. I'm using an 11 gallons per minute pump. It runs these little spray bars in there. You can't really see them through the cage, but this is just a demonstration. This is a valve for changing the pressure on my spray bar. But right now I'm running it wide open. And then underneath, see that little tube right there? It runs into this, I don't know what we call it, the chute. And it keeps the chute cleaned out. Makes all the water run down into this little opening in the bottom of it. Now that chute is made out of foam PVC board. Of course, the spray bar is just PVC pipe. And this is a stainless steel hopper that I created out of some spare stainless steel box that was hanging around. It was part of a fire suppression system. I could have made anything. I could have made it out of 10-inch PVC pipe, but that's what I had. I like the chain drive. It's just a windshield washer motor. Actually, that's a window motor. I got a couple of those. Put a control switch on it. Turn the tunnel off. Turn it on. And you can load it right up. Now it's on wheels. Wheels, they came off an old scooter. The neighbors kept throwing away scooters. There's another set of wheels on the back like that, over there. And you can see it right over here, down there. Otherwise I'll fall down. But this is important. This wheel here, you see it's front of the luster rod. It controls the drum. If the drum moves too far back or too far forward, the chain will come off. So I machined that plate flat. You can't really see it, but there's a rubber boot in there to keep those rocks from coming out and escaping. Because if they get on top of that wheel, you could also lose the chain. We don't want that to happen. Well, I got plenty of water flow. When I started it this morning, that was all full of these little tiny rocks. But now, they've almost all washed down. And they're in that little vacuum cleaner tub. All the rocks. So, when I get done, this little ramp comes off, just like that. And everything's made out of PVC, except for this. That's actually got it's just a piece of white plastic line that I found. And it's hanging on the wall back there. I got about 20 foot of it. And I took an arrow because it's carbon fiber. I squished the end down and run it down the leg. And the legs are adjustable. Just loosen the clamp and you can raise it up, lower it down, and make sure your sluice stays level. I leveled it up before I started it this morning. As long as that bar is level, my sluice is level. And you can see it's filled all the way side to side. Well, I just thought I'd pass on a little bit more information about this. If you're going to build your own, it needs to be something similar to this. If you're going to use a chain drive, you can buy those other ones, but this breaks down. The legs come off right here. You just pull the legs off, undo the little wing nut on the side, take the legs off, and I put it in that little cart right there. I can take it anywhere I want to go. And it's not leaking any water underneath. The floor is wet because the hose came off, so I can recycle that water over and over. But I like to put flocculant in my water to keep the silt down. I'll do a video on that here in just right now. I was going to say here in a minute, but cleaned out all the rocks pretty good without that rattler on there. Now I'll probably do a video on getting your hands on a rattler, but that's another story for another day. Alright, let's go to see some flocculant. Oh, well, back in the old days when I used to pan everything I got. But now I only pan when I'm testing. And if you're anything like me, we used to use a tub like this. Like that. That little tub right there, we'd fill it full of water, and it would always be muddy and murky, and you could never see what's in your gold pan. Well, I got a solution for you. It's right here. I'm going to show you what's good. This is a crystal type flocculant. Flocculants are good. All I'm going to do here, I got these little jars, and I got a little tub of water there, or a little bottle of water. And I'm going to take some of this that I poured into the bottle, and you can see it's crystal. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to put some water in there. Let me put my phone down a second. Okay. Now I'm going to pour some water in there, nice and sloppily. Oh, but that ought to be enough. Now I'm going to pour some in here, about the same amount. Oh, what do you say? That's about it? Well, maybe a little more. Let's get it apples to apples. Alright. Now you can see they're both kind of all mucky. Now, that's silt. Now I'm going to pour some of this in here. Probably put in way too much, but a little bit goes a long ways. Then we're going to put these lids on it. Oh, kind of hard to do this one-handed. We're going to shake them up. Okay, shake it up. Now, you can watch what happens. It only takes a few minutes. So I'm going to speed up the tape. Okay, I think you get the picture. So,
Raz, dwa, trzy!